take the opposite approach. This is why nobody can promise you what any judge will do. Even if they're good friends, they play on the golf course, anyone can have a bad day. Hello, and thank you for tuning into my video series titled You're Indicted and Facing Prison, Now What? My name is Mark Blatstein, and in 2006, I too was indicted and convicted of a felony where I lost my license. To call this a life-altering event for me, like it is for all of you, was and is an understatement. But with work, I was able to get my license reinstated in full. With my takeaway lesson, prison is temporary. Eventually, you will get out. My goal in the series is to provide you with the information you'll need to survive and navigate these challenging times, because knowledge together with preparation is going to help build back your confidence that you're going to need throughout this process. Since you've heard that the Department of Justice, the FBI have been asking questions, by this point, their case against you is mostly complete, and they have a 98% conviction rate. So you can choose to go to trial. That's okay. Just do not alienate the court or the judge, because your chances of becoming victorious is 0.2%, give or take. But it depends on your constitution, and how strong a case you have. So don't not go to trial based on me. Delaying, though, to act at some point is at your peril, because you're hiring a legal team just doesn't mean that you're hiring a team that has experience, but they're also going to need to have a proven track record of successfully defending cases like yours. Plus, it needs to be a good fit for both you and them in order for you to have the best chances of a successful outcome. The choices you make now today are going to help you tomorrow. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call and consider engaging my services at 240-888-7778. This is your future and your life. I've been through it already, and I've come out the other side not too bad for wear. Decisions will be based on various factors by the judge, including the sentencing guidelines, enhancements, your criminal history, personal factors, and the probation officer's recommendation letter. However, preparing for your pre-sentence interview can make all the difference in the world. If you provide all the information that your probation officer wants in putting together and writing their pre-sentence report worksheet, this can save them time and effort and make a significant difference. In addition, you want to consider accepting responsibility. You're the owner of your business, your enterprise, whatever you did. The judge, the courts, stakeholders who are in charge of your life going forward for the time being understand that one needs to accept responsibility and have remorse for the victims that you've harmed. And if you can do that, this will work in your favor, especially if you can put it and get that information into your pre-sentence report, the official report. So having a skilled attorney who understands the judge's tendencies beforehand is crucial. Now, the attorney you have may not be familiar with this specific district court's judge. If that's the case, if they don't think of it on their own, you can suggest that maybe they reach out to federal defenders and learn, what does the judge like, not, or does the judge just like? Are they concerned with do they want to see a narrative? Do they want to see character letters? What is too many character letters? Do they want to have a conversation with you called allocution at sentencing? A well-written personal narrative is going to be integral to your pre-sentence report. And it's going to reflect the unique perspective of you in the documents that are woven together and organized, prepared with accuracy to be given to the probation officer 1 to 2 weeks before your interview. Why is this all important? Well, to date, your narrative, your personal narrative, is your autobiography, your story of you. What happened to you? What was life like as a child? Was it a two-parent home or a one-parent home? Were parents, able to work and have you go to school and you had food to eat, or not enough food to eat? What did you do in high school? What brought you from that point to today, where you broke the law and you're standing in front of the judge? And all of this is important, because if you do not take the time to write your own personal pre-sentence, your own personal narrative, well, the Department of Justice has written your autobiography for you, and they never asked you to say thank you. And that narrative that they've written about you is called your indictment. And so unless you can begin to change that, that is all your judge is going to see. That is all that probation officers, after you get off supervised releases, or when you go on supervised release, will see. That's all that the case managers in prison and the warden will get to see about you. So if you do not believe that the indictment is a fair rendition of who you are, now's the time to to deeply dive into a internal introspection of who you are and what brought you to this point. Plus, probation officers are overworked and have no time. And so by you making the extra effort to have everything available to them before your pre-sentence interview will show them that you're taking this seriously. And they may actually appreciate your efforts, which it gives them the time at your interview to get to know you personally and ask any remaining questions you may have. This then, if they're able to get your narrative into their pre-sentence report, together, it's called under seal, which means that's going to follow you wherever you go. If you decide to give your pre-sentence or your narrative and include it with your attorney's memorandum and sentencing, it's not going to follow you wherever you go. And so your indictment is going to be all that everyone else reads. To engage my services or have your concerns answered, you can give me a call today at 240-888-7778. This is my personal cell, and I answer and return all of my own calls. You can get additional information through my website at pprsus.com. That's P as in Paul, P as in Paul, R as in Robert, S as in Sam, US.com. I'm grateful for you taking the time to listen in today, and I hope you have a good day.